Hey Chuck.
All right, has anyone noticed this trend among some of our government experts lately? It starts off with them telling you a thing. If you question the thing, you will be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. It then turns out later that the thing that they told you wasn't quite as true as they promised you it would be. And when you point this out, they revert to telling you that, well, they never told you the thing that they told you. And then when you show them incontrovertible proof that they did in fact tell you the thing that they told you, they just suggest that you should be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. I can't imagine why we don't trust these guys.
If you're so confused and disoriented that you don't know where you are or where you're going, there are predators of the spirit who are much worse than snakes that are waiting in wait for you. And the probability that you'll move from aimless, hopeless, joyless anxiety to nihilism, corrosive bitterness, and genocidal fantasy in the fundamental extreme is very high. And so that's possession by a predator of the spirit in the desert of the soul. And that's real.
Honey, someone's going to the house. Someone's going to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Who are you call the pops? I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly. Like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No. That's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany, she, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording
It's
you.
okay.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret. 36 of those chains secret. And 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
But first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of a
Nothing was
tremendous
marked.
amount,
Nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we
Oh
found.
my God.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains.
It was a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top secret.
Was it the best choice?
36 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it
With
make?
respect to our recommendation, prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains.
I made a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top
It was not a good choice.
6 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Hey, Jim.
That was pretty funny, Chuck.
Which one, the last or all of it?
Well, the couple and, the move from LA to Texas and the guy having the gun.
Yeah, Carl likes that song at the end. I don't know if he likes all of it, but
I'm not into rap, but I'm into these kind of videos. I mean, how pathetic are some of the people in society now? Hey, Camo Carl.
What's up, Jim? Can you guys hear
Not
me?
too much.
hey, Carl. Hey, everybody out there. Hey, Deb, Shiv, Sister in Christ. Let's see, Alan, Sharon, Jeff, Cashew, Frank, and everybody else lurking.
I can still hear it in you.
What's that? This crud?
Yep.
Yeah, it's still there. It's congestion.
Well, this was a sneak attack.
Huh?
Didn't see coming. I said this was a sneak attack I didn't see coming. I was jumping between a couple other lives, then I got a notice that Chuck went live.
Yeah, I seen. I was going to go a little earlier, but seen other people on, and I figured since 101 wasn't on, I'd do it.
Yeah, I hope his dog is okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Because once back in the early 80s, I got a German Shepherd puppy my sister got from out of state. And we had to go visit family in another state. And we had to put the dog in the vet where the dog came down with some kind of a virus, and we were afraid the dog wasn't going to make it. Figure it's bad enough when dogs get sick, but a little puppy like that.
Yeah, you might want to give it a little dab of that paste.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of other things that might help with that. Hey, Sharon, Patrick, Alan, Mindy.
What's up, Alan?
I don't know why Jeff B thinks I'm an NWA guy. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Chuck, you were speaking about congestion. Around here, I'm having a devil of a time. We haven't had rain since like almost a month, and the ground's gotten too dry to till soil to plant little trees. My disc won't even go down more than 2 inches now. It has just gotten, hey, Chef Ticker, it has gotten bone dry.
Hey, Chef. It's like concrete.
Well, it's not like concrete, but I mean, the ground around here is soft and easy to till until it gets real dry.
Good evening, Chef.
Good evening.
What's going on, girl?
Not a whole lot. It's snowing.
Yeah, that just defies logic to me. But
well, Chef, it got to 82 here today, and it's going to get down to like 58 tonight. VA.
In one day, it went from 87 to snowing to rain to sleet to hail. It was all over the board.
Yeah, we had thunder snow, and it's snowing. Yep. It won't stick, but yeah, it's a snowing. Our high was 39. It's like 30 right now.
Thunder, snow, and thunder sleet's weird, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I buy trees from Michigan, like the Elgin area. They got nice weather. I know northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, they could have the same kind of weather you're having right now, Chef Kicker.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
But it concerns me that we're supposed to get rain tomorrow night, but it concerns me that we're having a dry spell this early in the spring.
Yeah, if you get too much, it'll close that ground up and it'll just flood and run off of it.
Well, the thing is, I'm on a hill. Chuck, we've had remnants of 2 years in a row. We've had remnants of hurricanes where we got 8 or 10 inches of one day. And no matter how much rain we get here, in a few days it dries out pretty quick.
Yeah, being on a hill is good about it. We had some here, I think it was last year, hit that dry spell. The ground's cracking open out there. Then we got 2 days of rain, but within the first 3 hours of it was raining pretty hard. The cracks disappear and there was water standing all in the yard. Like it's got the top 3 or 4 inches saturated. It just closed up. And it just water.
What I noticed here, Chuck, was some kind of I've seen it in some amount, but not like this, where there's a sediment that's building up in the puddles and the low spots, and it's not letting the water seep. If I take a metal spike or something and poke through that little layer of sediment, then the water will drain out of the puddle. But the sediment's like a really super fine clay. It really holds water well.
What is that in Michigan, Carl?
Yep.
Because where I get trees from, they're right next to Lake Michigan, and it's basically all sand up there where they are.
You talking about Leelanau County or Grand Traverse County or something?
Well, Allegan, New Holland. I get trees from Alpha Nurseries. I've bought trees from Raymer Nursery. It's because they're close to the lake.
I know a couple of private owners up there near the nurseries.
Because the ground around here, it's a solo. It varies. Like some areas of the property, it varies. The soil's weathered from red shale and red fine grained sandstone of the Brunswick Formation. Like one end of my property, the soil's it's not sandy, but it's got more sand than typical. In other areas, it's got a heavy clay. But it's
that's what I was telling you. I learned that skill, how to pin burlap balls.
Yeah. Well, I don't dig trees anymore because it's not worth it. Plus, you can't get good just to get a cubic yard of topsoil delivered is $30 to $35 a ton if you get a triaxle, and there's too much junk in the soil. It's not worth digging these trees, then losing the good topsoil. I got a question.
You know what I've done, Jim, is I've gone out and found them where they're overgrowing themselves in the forest. They're too close together. And I've uprooted them right out of the forest and transplanted them and covered with good soil and everything that way.
Hey, have you ever seen those Howard rotovators?
Let's say it again. You kind of.
I have 2 machines I still use to till.
Wait, say it again because I missed what you said. A what?
A Howard rotary tiller, the walk behind kind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. One of them was made in 1968. And one was made in 1973. It's a shame.
Bugger, huh?
Well, you can't find it. Nobody makes anything that compares to those things. They're only 20 inches wide. Well, you can go through ground and just turn it over when there's moisture in it.
Is that one of the rear tire?
Doesn't that thing stand like 4 foot tall though?
Well, no, actually, I have a video on my channel that shows what they look like. It's hard to find. The Howard rotavator, they're 20 inches wide. One of them has a 2-cylinder Wisconsin engine. The thing weighs almost 800 pounds with the 2-cylinder Wisconsin gas engine.
That sounds like the monster that I remember. They're huge.
But they're only 20 inches wide. And
right. I mean, size comparison to a rototiller today that can do the same job. Those things were huge.
Well, the thing is, I've gone through so many tractor, like 3-point hitch tillers. The thing I like about the Howard rotavator is the way it's designed, you can get close to the tree. Any tiller that you put on a tractor, there's going to be several inches between the housing and the blade. Plus, you can maneuver it better.
Oh, yeah. You can't get the tines too close to the hood.
Yeah, with the Howard rotavator, the 20-inch wide model, it has like 8 blades, 2 on the left, 2 on the right side, and 4 in the middle. and you can get like right up against everything.
What's up, conservative patriot? I'm seeing you in a minute. MC Debs, Anna,
Hey,
Angie,
hey, or Ben.
Life with Bobby. Jeff B,
Yeah, I see Life with Bobby all over the place.
Sharon Mercer. I see a lot of you all over the place, all day long sometimes.
It's basically all the same people on everybody's channel. The conservative patriot, I say.
Only some of the different ones I see is when I run into some from like Ron's old channel. Yorga comes around, and I've seen some over at his, and we get different ones like that. It's like that was split, and it's hard to. They pretty much you just catch them, but they're still with each other.
You gotta get around to see them all. You know, I think I said hello to about 250 people today.
Well, I used to see Cat Yorga when remember Christine? She had a channel.
Yeah.
I don't know why she stopped broadcasting, but I used to see her there, and some of the people from Lazarus Homestead.
What's up, Patrick?
Is Shift Picker glad it's a weekend?
If I go to Shift's channel, I see people I don't always see other places. If I go to, Rescues, I see people that I don't see other places. If I go to 101s, I see a whole bunch of people I don't see other places.
Well, everybody can't be at the same place at the same time because there's so many lives going on.
Yep, and that's why I try to be decent about it, not pop a live on if somebody else is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's why you have to go when you have time to go.
Yep. Try not to.
For me now, it's like after, like my wife uses the computer. We're only one computer household. For me, it's after like 9:30. Then some nights 10 is on too late. I can't be up at like past 1:30 in the morning to watch or participate in the show.
Yeah,
that's just too late.
Yeah, I can, but what shift your bedtime's here? What, in about an hour?
Oh no, it's only 9:18. It's same as yours.
Oh,
about 11:30 is when I start dying.
You get up with the chickens though sometimes too, don't you?
5, 6 o'clock.
Well, meat puppet.
I was up. That damn stuff bothered me. Couldn't go to sleep or breathe to go to sleep. I'd fall asleep and then jump up. I guess it's scaring myself because I was thinking in my sleep that somebody's pinching my nose shut, and I'd jump.
Oh, you got to sleep on your stomach or sit up. Got to put some pillows up behind you, Chuck, so you can get a little get your chest up. That stuff drains down.
Yep.
Well, Chuck, what's the weather like? If they had much rain where you're at?
It was raining earlier. It rained the past couple days, but I got it real bad because everything was coated in pollen, and I was laying under that lawnmower getting the motor off of it, and that stuff was all in my eyes and my face. So.
Yeah, I got it underneath one of my brush hog today. I did it the cheap way with the hand grinder to try to put an edge on the blade because it's like it takes so long to take a blade off of a mower and put it back on. Hey, conservative patriot.
Hey, dude.
Chuck, I've seen 3 people today in chat saying they got affected by the pollen really bad.
Yeah, PC. He puts out videos in the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes he's been on here and talking in chat, and I'll be up, and next thing you know, he's popping a video. I've been online 5 or 6 hours. He done went to bed, got up, and he's doing his stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody needs their sleep time.
Yeah. I'm glad I got out of that 36-hour thing. I was bad with be up for 36 hours and sleep whenever that was.
I'm kind of getting out of that too. I think it's because during the day I'm doing stuff in the daylight while I can, and it tires me out more by night. Hey, Melvita.
Hey, Melvita.
Because, yeah, that gets brutal. A couple days awake, 2 hours of sleep. A couple days awake, 2 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it was a trip. I found out Brad, their BC truck, he lives right across from me over here. And I talked to him a few years ago and didn't even know he lived out here about putting a shallow well in.
Yeah, that's cool.
How deep do you have to go to get water, Chuck?
Did you meet him yet?
They say you can hit it around 20, 25 feet here. Wow.
You got to meet him, Chuck?
Huh?
You got to meet him?
Some what?
You got to meet BC Truck?
Hold on, let me turn it up. I'm not hearing you. You're cutting out.
Well, I was just asking if you got to meet him.
Not yet. Oh, yeah, we talked at the dollar store and stuff here in town. Me and him both big old boys.
I'll tell you what, if I was wealthy, I'd be driving all over this country nonstop, meeting all of you people.
Well, in my area, you got to go about 200 plus feet to get a good well. Actually, some of the wells, the older wells that are like 120 to 150, some of them dried up in this area because of all the new homes being built. Like when we built our house in 2002, I think we hit water like at 250 feet, like 25 gallons a minute.
These here, the shallow I'm talking about, I was going to put like a hand pump or a small electric.
Yeah, NC Deb, I will keep them in check. And hi, Melvita. And anybody I missed in chat while I was down there chatting.
Did I just hear the cracking of a whip?
Yep, sure did. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mr. TCP, how you been?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Hey, Tin. That's
hey,
Tin.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Hey, everybody.
How's my tinner?
We're just doing. We're doing. That's it. We're doing. Ouch.
I don't understand why my icon for my, like when I'm stop the cam, I can see it on StreamYard, but not on YouTube. It's like blank. That's weird.
YouTube glitching.
Yeah.
But then I figured out why I lost the camera, because 101 had me on the show last night. If I have to be at default settings with this Logitech C270, if I make it brighter or enhance the color, then it freezes like half an hour later. Who knows?
Probably heats it up or something.
I got a question for everyone. Has anybody followed how RFK is trying to get the nomination against Joe? I've done a lot of research. Even though he's an environmental attorney, he's for drilling oil in the U.S. He's for shutting the borders down. He's for us pulling out of giving assistance in Ukraine. When I saw this on Tucker and did some research, everything he stands for is basically conservative values. He's nothing like Ted. He's more like JFK.
You do know that he started out as a conservative, as a Republican.
Yeah, you're talking about Junior?
He switched to Democrat to try and get the nomination.
All right. But the only thing I got to ask is, give me one good reason why I should vote Democrat.
I'm not, but I never have. But I'm just saying that's why he switched.
I don't know. It's weird. That whole thing's weird. Everything's weird.
Okay, so say something. Camo, shush for a minute. So say something happens when if Trump goes to jail or whatever. Okay, who are you going to vote for? I'll switch to Democrat to him only because of what he stands for, and I know he was at one point in time not only a conservative but a Republican. He's only been a Democrat, switched to the Democrats for the last 2 years. And he did that so he could run.
There's a lot of Go ahead, Ted.
Maybe he's
Sorry,
running
Camo.
as a part of the psyop to psyop the other side. I mean, we got to look at it from so many different points of view.
I agree.
That's a good point.
And it is kind of a steamy bowl of mind F soup to old potato, though, if he tries to run against him for the Democrat nomination. It's going to mess him up. Think about it.
Like this.
He's going up against a Kennedy.
Oh,
There's
wait
a
a
lot
minute.
of
So you mean it could be like them trying to drain votes away from him?
Exactly.
There's a lot of people that would vote for RFK because he's a Democrat. Most of the people in this country that vote Democrat, they don't even know what these people stand for. They don't.
That's true. They just vote based on the political party. They really don't research it, not the way we do.
Well, you know what,
Have
Tim?
you guys seen any actual motivation on removing the machines? Because, like, there's only 7 months left. And if they're just going to like ignore it all and it's going to happen again, it doesn't matter who they put out there.
That's true, but I think something might be moving on that too, you guys. Like, we've known so much of this stuff for so long. Like, we've talked about this last couple of streams. We've known about this, and we were blessed to be given this information and discernment. But there's a lot of people waking up, and not everybody will wake up. So if they're dumb enough to vote for the Democrats, and because it's Democrat, right, and Kennedy's in there, well, the psyop worked.
I think look at it like this. People like us, 10, everybody here, we do their research. Just like people go out and buy stuff on the spur of the moment. When I make a purchase, I do my research. I think all of us here, in one sense, are almost a perfectionist. That's why we're news junkies. We research stuff.
News junkies.
We don't make frivolous buying positions anymore. We make frivolous voting votes.
Bushcrafty.
Hey, Bushcraft's here?
Yeah, I want to apologize to Camo. I didn't mean to be rude, but I had to get my point out.
And I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
Whip on me anytime you need to.
I apologize for giggling the way she snapped at you. It was just cute and funny, but yeah, I apologize.
Like I said, I didn't intend to be rude. I just wanted to let you know, Camo, I normally don't do that.
We love you, Camo.
How do you know I don't like it?
Okay, I didn't. Something TMI I found out about you.
It's hard to hear camera clearly. I think it's cell phone.
That's too funny.
Yeah, Bush, if you want to come up a second, the link's out there, bud. Or come up as long as you want.
I'll have to dip off here soon because I promised time with hubby tonight. So.
Are you going live tonight, then?
No. I don't know. If I do, it would be late only because husband needs to. He'll go to bed early, you know, because it's Friday. He's always burnt out on Fridays. But I haven't heard from Jay today, so maybe him and Agent 88 are out doing some stuff because I think she had the day off.
There's a lot more stores in trouble than we're being told. I found out tonight. I didn't realize Kohl's used to be a grocery store. Almost every major chain is going to go under, it looks like.
Hey, Bush. Hey, me.
Then the layoffs.
Bushcraft and Hello Meat Puppet.
Chat is actually blocking me, so I couldn't chat after. Hello, those who said hi. I couldn't reply back. It blocked me. A few places I've been on lives tonight, they're blocking my second account now.
Oh no.
Huh.
Here.
Well, I see you said hi to NC Deb.
Yeah.
And then nothing after that.
Yeah, I said hi to Alan 3 times and it blocked every time.
So what?
They're on the purge again.
Right
What-
now, I modded you. See if that'll break through it.
So what channels are having the problems, Bushcraft?
Well, my other one, I got a strike on it. So,
The big one, yeah.
yeah.
Somebody has a question for you, 10. I got to find it again. Ed D.
Oh, that works.
Oh, cool.
I couldn't wave the bushcraft, so I had a like big wave in. on
NC
YouTube.
Debs.
That's weird.
And life with
I've heard
Bobby.
sometimes
One
modding will
comment
break
I'll
through
make
that.
while he's
Yeah, it's like
what'll
I've
break
been
through?
on like 4 different, well, not on lives, but I've chatted in them, and every one of them, I get the first one out, and then I can't talk after that.
Oh no.
Bushcraft, where's your bunker? What's that going on behind you? Is that
That's a
holding out?
graveyard.
Okay.
It's Friday. I do the spooky thing.
The cryptic stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we've been told our house is built, this property, we've been told, was an Indian burial ground. Everybody that tried to do something with where we built the house and started the tree farm ended up with a problem where it's almost like we were meant to be where we are. My wife and I truly believe.
Yeah, if people aren't respecting the ground, it'll do that if it's Indian ground.
Yeah, because several people tried to put a development in and they couldn't do it. Then the problems we had with the wacko neighbor trying to, force us to sell the property, with him getting all these neighbors suing us because they didn't. We had people half a mile away that sued us because they were afraid I was going to shoot them inside their house, trying to get a deer behind my house.
Oh, dear.
It just never ends. And
Yeah.
actually, when
Some people have no life.
Well, actually, when the Dean of Decency became our congressperson for Montgomery County, PA, the neighbors started calling her up. And I know this because every time there's a newly elected official, the same people, they keep calling up U.S. Senator, state legislator, it all goes back to the Game Commission. And the game warden, when he stops by, oh, did you know your neighbors called up, Dean, the new congresswoman? I said, no, Ray, I didn't. I mean, some people just don't give up. Well, how you doing, Bushcraft?
Oh, not too bad. I go to upload to Rumble today and it broke it.
Oh, I've been at
Rumble went down.
Listen, because nobody knows my name on Peanuts channel, I deleted my Rumble account to get a new one, and I had to use it won't let me use the same email. And I typed in Mr. Boswell, like the way it's displayed here, and now it's all capitals and you can't use the space. I should have just left it alone.
Yeah, it actually created because I set a channel up, because you're supposed to set a channel up to where you can put your videos and do your lives and everything, and it actually created another one.
Oops.
It's weird. They have such a weird way of going about it.
I haven't figured that out yet, Rumble.
Well, I think 10 and Peanut know. Well, 10, you and Peanut seem like you know what you're doing on Rumble. And
Yeah, I'm just uploading stupid stuff on the trolls over there just for some stuff,
I thought of doing a video about bullies because, like I said, it really pisses me off. People shouldn't bully females. That is anybody.
Be careful.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, it's okay, Mr. Boswell. I got it under control, and there's a lot of other tubers that don't worry. Like,
There's
I get attacked a lot, but guess what? I'm a lot stronger than most people think because I do have an army of people behind me, and I got God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, and that's all I need.
Is it all right to call them social degenerates?
They're just weird people out there.
Yeah, pretty much.
you know, and you know, they're looking to purge. You know, this is part of the psyop. They're gonna purge people off YouTube. Purge is coming. You can't feel it. He's coming. And
Here's something to make you laugh real quick, Ken, and it'll.
Don't.
There's legions of paid agitators out there.
Fuck 'em.
That's just for YouTube.
It's gonna get worse though before it gets better. Yeah, and yeah, like
Fortunately, yes.
Camo Carl was saying, there are legions of people right now that are getting paid to do a lot of disinformation and crush channels and yada yada.
Well,
you know, and if you have a question, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say
Go
real
ahead.
quick. Now YouTube updated their terms of service where if you go to say Rumble and you have a channel, say, well, I'm going to stop the broadcast here. Come over to Rumble and watch my live stream. If you say that, you can now get a strike or some other nonsense that YouTube, they updated the terms of service.
Sakes, man. I guess they're getting butthurt because they're getting crushed by them.
We figure people in our
Yep, pretty much.
generation, you don't hit women, you respect women.
Well, I guess, you know, all of us are in a way are a threat, and if you have a channel and you have people that come and want to listen, you're going to be a threat, because as long as you're talking about everything that's not their narrative or exposing their narrative or, you know, those types of, you know, it's just, yeah, it's happening, you guys. So look out. The YouTube purge is coming. I can feel it. And whatever you do, don't talk about Dilly Bar. They hit Timcast. They hit all these big channels. Do not talk about Dilly Bars. Gotcha. You get my drift, right, you guys?
Yeah, the BL Queen.
Yeah, don't say, right now, that's so sensitive. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm staying away from that one. But that doesn't mean we can't expose other things, because he should have paid his baby mama. He's coming out in the news more and more every day, and it's even hitting CBS. Yeah, CBS.
It's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it like this. All the people, you can't figure, we've known each other for several years. I look at the people I've met here as my adopted brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
One comment. Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying, Chuck?
I was going to say hi, Echo.
Can you highlight Cashew's?
Hi, everybody.
Echo.
Hello.
I hear an echo.
Chuck, can you highlight Cashew?
There we go.
And she's up on that kind of stuff. So if she puts something out there or Bushcraft tells me not to do something, I listen.
I don't know how she does it, but Cashew is a very wise woman.
Very.
She knows all the ins and outs of this stuff.
Yeah, I got
Everybody
told
loves Cashew.
I got told the other day by somebody in a comment on one of my things that I didn't even remove links for anything that's not YouTube or something will end up happening. I don't know if that was a fan or if that
That's
was
part of the no, that's part of the new terms of service, like what I mentioned. If you direct people to another platform or say, hey, I'm going over here, you should come over and watch me at this place on a live stream, any of that stuff now, they can ding you for it.
Yep.
Hey, Double R.
And before I forget to mention, when I first hopped on, you guys were talking about Junior announcing his run for presidency. Vote for whoever you want. I don't care. But what I will say is Orange Man is part of the WEF, and so you can vote for whoever you want. I don't care. I'm just saying it's all part of the scam.
It's all part of it, and we know it's all part of it.
Yep.
It's
There you
just
go.
what degree each player on the chessboard is playing. And are they on the white squares or the black squares? Yeah, we know. We just got to get ready. We got to get ready emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, all that good stuff. Get extra food. Remember, the vinegar is going to get expensive here. Little stuff like that, to help each other out. through
My
this.
wife Paula uses vinegar. She just cleaned the coffee pot before dinner tonight.
Here, Deb wanted me to put this up here for y'all. Let me.
Hey, what the hell?
For my haters. For my haters. That's
I was
cute.
getting ready to say he's wasting about $5 worth of paper towels.
I guess that was a cheap prop, huh?
That was about the best use I've seen.
Exactly.
Super cute.
There's no shortage of paper. You figure they don't want trees cut down. Figure
Okay,
trees
sorry
are the
about
most
that, I'm
renewable
back.
source on the planet.
Who they are?
Hell, the stuff they've been spraying is killing a lot of them.
Well, it's mostly, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's mostly like heavy metals or something that help it catch fire, if I'm not mistaken.
All of it does.
Yeah.
They're putting barium and aluminum, and then it's got a lot of funguses and viral stuff and germs. And
Well, Chuck, there's been a big problem in the Christmas tree industry the past 20 years with Douglas firs coming down with a fungus disease called Robert Decline needlecast, and now we're seeing it with the blue spruces. It's called Rhizophora needlecast. And the only way, Carl might be aware of it, the only way you can treat it is to spray trichlorothianol, which is basically like spraying a latex coating on the tree that has chlorine derivative in it.
Yeah, how's your elms doing down there?
Well, there's been Dutch elm disease around here for decades. I only grow Christmas trees.
Well, those ash boring beetles or whatever about wiped out the ash trees up here.
And it's funny how we don't, it's because of the climate, we don't get gypsy moth. I remember hiking on the Appalachian Trail in Connecticut back in the 80s, and you could see the gypsy moth on the trees in the summer up there.
Yeah, we've had a lot of sick trees over the last few decades.
that could be some of the fungal spores that they're putting out then causing that. That might be why the trees are dying around here. I know it's after some of that stuff last year, a lot of my plants just died.
Well, the thing is, it seems like it comes around and goes around, but the blue spruce thing, this just started about a decade ago. And the nursery inspector from the PA Department of Agriculture, he says he's seeing more of this stuff in highly populated areas versus rural, like really rural areas. You figure these people from, I don't have a nursery, but I know the people up there, so they come out and look and give me expert advice. For some of these guys have degrees, and their guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. That's bad when it's got the nerds confused.
Well, just like the lantern fly problem. The person from Penn State said lantern flies don't fly, and they can fly 100 feet. It's kind of the point that we have educated idiots basically telling the people in their staff what to do. When the people in the staff know more, it's like the student knows more than the teacher.
That's that smartest man in the room syndrome of if they don't know it, no one does.
Right.
Well, they have to let everybody think they know everything because they're the person in charge. They're power hungry.
Yeah, like Mr. Ochi.
Yep. And there's a lot of pollen here. The guy that lives behind me has a 6-acre property that's landlocked. He's got a right of way, and he's got pine trees. And it's like, because it hasn't rained in almost a month, there's just yellow pollen on the windshield of the vehicle every day.
Okay, everybody, don't talk all at once.
Yeah, you can hear a pin drop.
Yeah, it was almost so quiet you could hear a fish fart, right?
Yeah, that kind of freaked me out there for a second there.
I've had a habit of my whole life of being told I monopolize a conversation. I can't help it.
No, you're fine.
Well, it's because my dad taught college and my grandfather taught college. And, well, Prepping 101 said he could picture me lecturing in front of a bunch of students. It's an inherited trait.
Apparently, YouTube doesn't like me. My browser kicked me out twice in the last 10 minutes.
Oh boy.
I don't think I've ever seen you before on chat.
Or cashew, too many brownies. You're chewing too much.
And me, Papa, I think this is the first time I ever met you.
A long time ago, I think you.
Possibly. Yeah, I think there might have been one other time you might have seen me because I don't come in a whole lot usually because of my work schedule, or I'll be in chat like this and like randomly fall asleep.
Are you a trucker?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your favorite truck? Peterbilt?
Well, I mean, Peterbilts are okay. I prefer the Internationals or the Kenworths is what I prefer, but I'll drive anything. It doesn't matter. You know, Kenworth with a old school Cat or a Detroit 60. Yep. Something that ain't gonna fall apart at a drop of a hat.
Yeah, we had an old school Peterbilt. It was a 69 Peterbilt. Me and my dad restored in the 80s and drove it until my wife got too pregnant and she found out I was going to start going cross country and she didn't like that.
Yeah. Yeah, most of them old school trucks like that with those Cat motors, most of them run 1 million miles, you rebuild it and they'll run another 1 million. Those things are them and the old Detroit series motors, the old school ones. Those things will run forever.
Yeah, I like cast iron engines. You figure most of the stuff being made in society now, the automobiles, except for the electric, they're all aluminum blocks. I was telling everybody, I've got Howard Rotavators where the one Wisconsin engine was built in 1968, 2-cylinder gas engine. It was bored out once. My dad, before my father passed away, him and I estimated the thing had 10,000 hours on it. Nothing holds up and you figure with diesel, you got to use cast iron. You can't make a diesel engine with an aluminum block.
No, it's got to be a heavy duty block.
It's that's what's wrong with society. Everything is everything's become disposable.
Well, that's because they make more money.
Yeah.
It's all about the money. You take an old school example, you take an old school Cat with an Eaton transmission or a original Detroit 60 series or whatever with a good tranny, put it in a Cat, a Kenworth or a Pete or whatever, for like a glide kit, and those things will run forever as long as you ain't gonna get crap for gas mileage hardly, but I mean it won't break down very much.
In my Wisconsin 2-cylinder Wisconsin engine, 810 cc's, that thing uses with the Howard Rotavator. That thing must use close to 2/3 of a gallon of gas in an hour. And
Shadow Dancer. Sorry. I was saying hi to Shadow Dancer.
And the 3-letter agency put them out of business because they couldn't pass the emissions.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s.
Well, it's like for lawnmowers, I know Briggs and Stratton does a real good job, but most of the other ones are just trash.
Well, the thing is, all this stuff now is designed for even like some of the Briggs and Stratton engines with these zero-turn mowers. They're horsepower. They don't have the torque of these old cast iron block Polar and Wisconsin engines have. And that's what you need.
You're right. You do, but again, it goes back to money. If it doesn't break down, they can't make money off it, so they don't care.
Because one Kubota that I just mow with, it's got over 4,000 hours on it now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Question for you, Meat Puppet. See, my husband's a retired truck driver. I was just wondering, how are your loads?
Freight right
loaded?
Now.
Okay. Are you fully loaded when you go and come back, or are you taking partial loads?
Most of the time, it's partial.
Okay.
And the reason it's partial right now is because the freight market from almost 3 years ago now, when the whole pandemic started, freight was, good, and you were running. If you had a good planner, you could run 3,000 miles on an 8-day stretch before you had to reset your hours by the third week out. Now, you're running partial loads. You get some full loads every now and then, whether on the refrigerated side that I used to do, or I'm doing general freight now. Both sides are still pretty soft. It's at least stable right now. It's finally stabilized, but it's still slow.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been hearing from a couple of the guys that are planning on retiring that worked with him. They're retiring early because of lack of freight.
Yep, that's what it is. It's a huge problem.
And that's a big company. That's XPO Logistics. Have you heard of that?
Yep.
That's a big company. And
Why is the freight low? Why are there less?
Well, that's because about a year ago, maybe two, you probably heard in the news about the giant ports on the East Coast and the South and the West Coast were all backed up, and you had a bunch of ships parking offshore. You remember that?
Yep.
Well, we're still digging out from that, because all those ships that were parked out offshore, even if all the guys were working around the clock, getting the stuff off the ships into containers, and drivers were working around the clock from when it first started and getting stuff out of the ports, it's going to take quite a few years to dig out of that. Just a case in point, I like to point out to help people understand how bad that is. If a third of the trucking industry shut down for 3 days, just 3, for say a break, to reset their hours for 3 days, and just take a little breather.
Hey, Tom.
By the third day, the entire country would have bare shelves. It would take us a year to dig out of a 3-day shutdown.
Yep.
It's amazing there's that much of a lag involved.
There is, because everything is just in time. Rather than having stockpiles and having extra stuff ready to go, it's all just in time freight. It's been that way since, probably deregulation.
Well, my Kubota dealer stocked up on Kubotas because he said they ordered something from Japan. It was taking over half a year to get it here.
Right, so he stocked up. And some people do that, but most aren't.
Yeah.
And anybody that does pick one of them up, I'd advise them to get a full gasket set to cover everything on it, plugs, anything that you might need, belts, random stuff, fuel filters, get everything that.
Well, I've got 8 oil filters, and you figure it's diesel.
Although,
I stocked up on everything.
Case in point, I know some of what is it? If like the Husqvarna, everybody likes their weed eaters and mowers and shit because they're real good. Well, on the weed eaters, if you go to like Menards and pick up I think it's a Johnson Red weed eater. It's the same Husqvarna weed eater that you get from the dealer. They just rebranded it with a different name.
Yeah, because Poland owns them. Actually, Husqvarna, their lower price stuff isn't what it used to be.
Somebody told me the same thing. The Still out there has one that they make for somebody else. It's the same thing. It just don't say Still on it.
Right. Yeah. Same idea. But you do have to be careful because, like he pointed out, it's not necessarily the same quality. Now, in the case of the weed eater, it is, because I've had one and tested it out. They're actually pretty good. The Johnson Red weed eaters. It's just basically a Husqvarna without the label.
A buddy of mine told me if you want good small engine stuff like that, get Shandawa stuff.
Well, for me, if it's a push mower, I prefer the Briggs & Stratton. If it's a riding mower, I'm not super familiar with those motors, so I just take whatever works.
They did that with Scott's Lawn Care and John Deere tractors too. You could get the same exact tractor, but for $2,000 cheaper if you didn't want the green paint job.
Yeah, MTD did that. The MTD was started out and then making stuff, and they put John Deere stickers on it.
Yep. some of that green paint job stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
Remember all those Chinese dirt bikes and quad runners and stuff? They were like generic parts all over them, but nobody could get the parts. So there's a whole bunch of those sitting around. Nobody can.
And some of them now are imitation Hondas, and I think the Tool House, I can't remember the name of it. They got Harbor Freight. They sell them. They're a knockoff Honda with it. You can take parts and swap them back and forth in them, but I think Honda does them and don't stamp them. But
Yep, I think you're right, Chuck. My husband said the same thing.
Well, you can go a carburetor for it and put it on the Honda and save $200.
Like John Deere doesn't make a narrow tractor. I have two Kubotas. They're 35.9 inches wide. The narrowest John Deere tractor you can get is like 45.3 inches. And that's just too wide to get between the rows of Christmas trees.
Yep.
Actually, John Deere,
if I was in the market for a tractor, Jim, I'd go buy an old one. Just like if I need a hammer, I'm going to go to the flea market or something and buy me an old one because I don't like anything they make anymore. It's all junk.
well, the Kubotas aren't. The new Kubotas, they're improved. The one I got in 03, the B7500 TDN, had a 1001 cc engine, and it's got over 4,000 hours.
Can I work on it myself? Can I get all the parts? Because I know I can for an old 8N.
Well, you can. Urban Henry have such a big warehouse that service my Kubota. They have parts. This family, it's a family business. They've stocked up, and actually, years ago, nobody made narrow tractors. The first Kubota we got was in 1984. It was a B7400. It was the first narrow tractor they exported to the U.S. It was like 39 inches wide. The engine barely had enough power to get through highways with a 40-inch wood brush hog, and it barely had enough power for the tiller. What I can do...
So was it classified as an orchard tractor or something?
As a what?
Is it classified as an orchard tractor?
Well, yeah. This is the Kubota. Actually, it was around 2003 they came out with the B7500, and they've upgraded the model a lot of ways. It's as heavy duty as you're going to find. It beats anything out there that's narrow. And see, like I said, back when my dad got into the nursery business, they didn't have narrow tractors. People used Howard rotavators to till ground.
Hang on a second. Bushcraft, the flashing lights in the back of your screen is bothering some people in chat.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's a couple people that it's making them not feel so good. Thanks, honey.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Camo,
sorry for interrupting.
That's okay, Shift Kicker.
And you guys, I need to bounce for a little bit and spend some time with my husband, so I'll see you guys back in
Okay,
an
take care.
hour.
Much love, Ken.
Take care. Come back if you want.
Have a good night, then. Camo, you got to check out my video of what the Kubota can do. I got a custom-made disc carrier a few years
I
ago.
used them, Jim. I know. Like I said, I just like old stuff.
But my whole point is nobody made anything like that. You figure a lot of guys use walk-behind gravely mowers to mow because nobody made these narrow tractors.
What's funny about this, Jim, is probably less than 16 hours ago, I was talking about a Kubota tractor over at the hardware store with the guy filling my propane tanks. They got a pretty old one, looked like it was from the 90s. And I asked him, I said, I think the first time I saw a Kubota was in the late 70s. So when did they start making those and shipping them here, Jim? Because I remember when all of a sudden they were popular and everybody loved them.
Well, there were a few dealers in the late 70s, not close to us, but then you got to remember, okay, they were selling tractors in other countries that you can never get here because of the emissions. They were selling Kubota tractors. The guy that gives me all this manure for free has one. They were selling small Kubota tractors that have 12 horsepower diesel engines. And for a machine that was like the old, I think it was the 7100 series, or 7,200. That was like 38.9 inches wide. That wasn't a big enough engine to get the job done. It's like the newest one I got in 2020, at the end of December, to get under that tax year. It's got a 1001 cc 3-cylinder diesel engine. And that has so much pulling power, the torque.
I was reading the terms of service, the new ones coming. About links and whatnot. Basically, you can't post any link that goes to a site or a video or anything that's against their terms of service. So if you post a link and it's to something that they don't agree with, then you can get in trouble for it.
Yep, that's like what I mentioned earlier. If you, it goes even further though. If you say, I'm going to end the broadcast on YouTube and go over to D Live and say what I want, come over to D Live. They can shut you down and strike your channel.
Yeah, it's external links policy. It isn't out yet. It's due to be out.
No, it's out. They're enforcing it right now because the redacted channel.
The new one I just read.
Yeah, they're enforcing that right now already because the redacted channel, they cut their stream off and then they go over to Rumble and they start doing a unfiltered version for the last little bit of their podcast, and they can't say, hey, we're going over to Rumble, because of what they do, then YouTube gives them a strike because of the new terms of service that are coming out or are already being out and enforced.
Well, then
so
you
they
should
can't even
be
say that.
able to fight it then, because the new one I just read is not listed yet, so they can't enforce something that's not listed.
They don't want any competition, I guess, right? Bushcraft.
That's basically. That's my impression of it. I don't know a lot about it. That's just what I've heard.
Well, I know Bushcraft knows a lot about terms of service.
Well, it used to be Twitch. You on Twitch, it has an option that you can upload your streams when it's over. It would actually upload your stream to YouTube. Right. The only thing is, YouTube allowed it, but they wouldn't put it on any search or they wouldn't list it. So it's basically hidden unless somebody was looking through your channel. So the only way around that, you had to.
Every single one of your channels has been on the watch list for about 2 years now.
What they would do is, like if you use OBS, you would record on OBS, because if you got it from Twitch, there's encoders in Twitch that would trigger the stuff on YouTube, so they wouldn't list it. So you had to make it a copy of it, basically. And that's probably what's going to end up having to go on with Rumble.
Well, they're going to cause a lot of people that have shows like you and 10 to leave.
What do you say, Jim?
So they're going to cause people like Bushcraft to leave.
They're trying it. Everybody's got over a certain amount of subs. They want to get rid of them if they're not on their page.
Oh yeah.
They're squeezing on me, and I ain't hit 1,000 yet.
There's a whole lot of people going over to Rumble these days.
And Chuck, you don't really have anything controversial going on this channel. That's too controversial.
Before I hit the 10,000 mark, I was getting like 45,000 views on videos. There's some I got 6 million views. Once I hit that spot, like last week, I was lucky to get 100 to 200 views on a video.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. That's messed up.
Good to see you, Pappy.
You were talking about how it progressed a lot over what, a month? It started just.
Yeah. That's why I said there's something coming, and then
Maybe Elon's going to buy YouTube too.
How much would it cost to buy YouTube?
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was.
that's they'd have to separate it from Google.
Like
It's gonna
50
be worth
million,
a lot
10
less
million?
than it used to be when they screwing with people.
That's why I kind of relaxed down, because they hammered me good, hit me twice over the holidays this past year, and 2 strikes within like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's
We saw all kinds of screwy shit they were doing with you.
And never nothing definite. You was telling me about that though, Bush, about them getting you on something on the channel, wouldn't say what it was, like you're supposed to know, and
yeah. That's when they demonetized me. And then they said, well, you did this, but you have to figure out what it was. So I ended up having to delete half of my videos to figure out which one. I still don't know which one it was.
Hey, Grace, did I hear Echoes just start to say something and then she just opted out?
So we got to let Echo talk and Chef Kicker.
Now
yeah,
she's
you
going
girls,
to talk to her.
you girls go ahead and talk. Hey, Doc.
Don't blame her. She don't want to talk to us now.
Hey, when I have something to say, believe me, I interrupt. No problem there. Right, Camel?
Well,
Uh-huh.
I have to step away for a minute.
Well,
you
the only
started to
reason
say
I'm glad
something,
he
didn't you? Didn't you start to say something, Echo?
She said she had to step away for a minute. She'd be right back.
Well, I got a YouTube a channel in 2007 because you had it if you wanted to watch like some Led Zeppelin videos because it said adult content. Over
You
18.
watch Jim Boswell. You watch Led Zeppelin videos. I'm intrigued. Go on.
What, Led Zeppelin?
Are you a Led Zeppelin fan for real? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Listen,
All
I'm
right,
an audiophile that builds loudspeakers as a hobby. Well, I haven't in a decade.
Well, hot digging damn. I'm impressed.
Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Moody Blues, Who, Beatles, Rolling Stones, Styx.
Oh, you had me a Zeppelin.
Yeah, Jim's a horticulturist. I imagine he smokes Christmas trees too. I got a buddy of mine he's big in Texas A&M. He's a horticulturist, and he's doing right now different strains of CBD over in Louisiana till they can flip it over.
You know, I'm not even teasing you, Jim, because I just thought you were a little straight-laced for Led Zeppelin. I can see, you know, some of those other bands, but, you know, that was a long-hair hippie band back in the day. Did you have long hair, Jim?
I didn't really like long hair. And actually, having long hair when you work outdoors, it makes you sweat. Hasn't anybody noticed my different hairstyle?
You know, I don't miss my hair at all, so I hear everything you're saying.
Above my lip. I wanted to see if it was gray, and it isn't.
Yeah, I see it now.
Oops, sorry, Jim.
Not into Frank Zappa, Poppy.
I just thought that was from your beer.
No. I didn't. The only live stream I've ever had a drink on is Tins because it's after 11 o'clock. And because I did my exercises tonight, I'm going to have to get off the show a little while and get a shower and do laundry. Like, I try to work my schedule around in the evenings with who I know is going to be on.
Yeah, that Bud Light will make you sweat a little bit more.
Make you butt pucker too.
No, I'm like a dirt magnet. When I came in last Friday from using the Howard Rotivator, I had dust under it. It gets underneath your pants. I
Oh yeah,
dust them.
it's like riding an ATV. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I've literally taken my clothes off, and it looks like I'm still wearing my underclothes. I'm so dirty underneath my clothes. Yep.
Yeah, I used to ride dirt bikes when I was a teenager, Shift Kicker.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Honda MR175.
Nice.
I remember when I pulled
my first bike was an SX 175 Harley Davidson.
Yeah, I remember when I was pulling wrenches and we go on certain days. Well, you guys keep clean. An hour before lunch, we're going to have a meeting, and then the boss man's going to come in at the end, and he's going to buy everybody lunch, so everybody stay neat. And I would try my damnedest, and somehow or another, I'd watch what I was doing on mine, but somebody called, need a hand real quick, and next thing you know, I'm nasty. Good thing I always kept an extra uniform at work. Seems like the harder you try to be clean, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I got
Jim,
a
you can
serious
look
question
at
for
one of
Jim
my,
now.
Okay, hang on a second. Jim, look at my ATV video that I did. You can see the trails we ride are all dirt and dust. And yeah, and believe me,
Okay, we
I
got
come
a couple
in
of dirt experts.
pretty yuck.
I was looking at
Jim, since you work with dirt all day long, tell me, how does a mole dig around in the dirt all day long and stay perfectly clean?
I don't know how they do it.
Where do they
Because
get water?
they have oil in their fur that makes it leave their bodies.
That's the best answer I've heard from anybody.
We got moles, voles here.
Yep. Mice have it too, actually. They have a type of oil that's coated inside their fur that keeps a lot of the dirt and other insects and stuff off of them.
Oh,
That
Shift,
makes sense to me.
I watched a little of the video just to hear Grace Johnson. I love her accent.
Oh, I know.
She's
From
a great
Staten
lady.
Island. Oh, yeah.
I love all the Grace, not just her accent.
Yep. She's a sweetheart. That's for sure, Miss Grace.
Yeah, look at her as one of our sisters. Hey, Beach Harmon
Yep.
here.
You'll have to stop in on Wednesday at 11:30 Central and check out the panel I got coming up for Women's Wednesday.
Well, I'll be out here trying to get some work done, unfortunately. Unless it's a rainy day.
Yeah, that's what I've been outside. I haven't got much done other than being outside getting stuff done. It's supposed to get cold next week, though.
Same here, Bushcraft. It's going to be like highs around 58 to 60. I just hope we get.
Yeah, I'm only worried about the lows.
Well, you don't want your tomatoes to.
Well, I don't have those out yet.
Yeah, they're just saying, I think next week we're supposed to get a 10-degree day, and I'm like, must be so much junk they're going to push this way.
Well, we had several frosts this past week here.
I don't want to talk about it. It's snowing.
Yeah. It's too early for Shift Kicker to get a garden started. I wait till after Mother's Day.
Yeah, we usually do too. Sometimes
it
we
just
have to wait
suddenly
till
dawned
Memorial
on me
Day.
once. It just suddenly dawned on me that the Earth is kind of bipolar.
Especially when they hook them machines up and do stuff with it.
Speaking of
Nobody's getting my
machines,
joke when I say that. I made that joke up and nobody's getting it. What the hell?
Hi, Cindy.
Since they're doing this sonar mapping, there are whales and dolphins washing up on the Jersey shore. And the New Jersey Governor Murphy was saying, oh, it has nothing to do with that. That upsets me. We're losing sea mammals because of what we're doing to put those windmills in.
Oh, just the vibration of the windmill is going to mess with, because they have that sonic hearing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine what that does to them. Same thing with whales. There's probably going to be some whale issues.
I think there were 14 whales and 28 dolphins this past year that beached themselves. They couldn't take the sound. That's how bad it was.
What's up, Al? Buffering.
But you also have to remember there's bats that go on sonic, and they eat our mosquitoes and other insects.
Mm-hmm.
And there are fewer and fewer bats that are in those areas where there's windmills because of that.
There's bats that are dying in Pennsylvania. I found that over a decade ago from the Game Commission. There's certain bats now becoming an endangered species, and the Game Commission doesn't know why.
Well, construction of houses has gotten tighter. Used to be that they were able to get into the eaves of houses in the older buildings a lot easier than they do now. And there's a lot more pest control.
Because I don't like bats, but they are beneficial. And we need
I have
bats.
neighbors that have bat houses actually because of the skeeters.
Like everything we're doing to try to save the planet is backfiring. Well, not us, but the people that are doing it.
What are you doing?
Magic and Apple Dumpling. Who else in there? Cindy Lou, Jerry Lee. I don't know. You've got more people coming in now.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Indy.
Hi, Indy. Hi, Magic.
Hey, Buffering.
Buffering.
Food, Magic. Apple Dumpling.
Hi again, everybody in chat.
Yep, I'm saying hi to everyone.
Yeah. Hey, y'all.
His favorite pronoun.
Even my boy over here wanted to come visit. Y'all don't see it. Probably looks like I'm holding some absence of light.
Yeah, where's Wyatt at tonight, Chuck?
He's in his room. He come back from his stuff. He had an extra long dialysis today because they didn't want him to come in 4 days this week. So they did it extra long today, and he don't come in tomorrow.
Got a love raid from Indy, by the way.
What does magic mean? A duck is incoming.
Chuck, you ever seen that paint that's so black that when you paint something like a basketball, it looks like a hole in the ground? What's the name of that paint?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
Starts with a V, I think. V.
Hey, Cindy has a cute dog.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Cindy.
Hey, you guys, this is a little pup Hawk gave me.
That's a white
Now
shepherd?
this ear was up, now it went down, and then this ear came up. So I don't know. He can't figure out what he's doing with his ears. But
It could take 3 months.
oh well, I'm not worried about it. I know it's going to be just fine.
Don't stand up.
Chrissy cat.
I just wanted to share with you guys. There's things, I took my dog down to Hawks to have her bred, and it didn't work out because my girl was just way too aggressive. So Hawk's idea was, well, he just went down and got me this pup. Oh, wait, I gotta get him in the picture here. There you are. There you are. Now look how much he's grown. He was half his size a couple of weeks ago. He's like 2 pounds now. He's amazing.
I think he knows
He's so
he's on
funny.
camera.
That's your little mustard seed.
I think he knows he's on camera. Look
He's
at the
my
way he's
mustard
looking at it.
seed.
Well, some of those German shepherds, I
His
had one that
name
was.
is Ace.
They could be 60 pounds in 6 months.
Yeah, we got
Well,
2
this guy,
monsters in the other room.
I just love him. He sits. I taught him how to lay down today. He's just too funny. I'm having the greatest time with them, and I just love Hawk because I told Hawk we need to breed war dogs because when war starts, it doesn't go away, and we need war dogs. We need dogs to take care of the women and children when they're home alone, and just give them enough time to get to that 357 reasons why they ain't coming back. And these dogs give you that minute. You know what I mean? Now, all you need is a minute. You need 30 seconds. You need 15, whatever. But they're barking hard, and they don't let them in. You know, they don't let them around. And this is a ticket. And I'm telling you what, I've got another one of Honk's dogs in your yard. Don't. And this little guy here, he's going to be like that too. And I'm going to breed a litter. And if all you can do going forward, you know, you guys, I'm crowding 70 years old, and all I can tell you is if you can do one little thing, and that's the one little thing I can do. And I'm going to make sure that these dogs get into the hands of women and children that need that 30 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever, you know. So that's all I wanted to share with you. But thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Chuck. And
you're welcome.
I'm very happy that.
Thanks for showing us the pup, Sandy. And hey, Chris,
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Your opinions in that are valid, very valid, and thank you.
Yeah, my wife and I have we've raised 3 purebred shepherds.
I just want to let you know too, I love Hawk for. I know you want.
I think she's breaking
All
up.
right, you're out of here.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what mine
want to
does.
let you know that
Mine does that too. He wants that cat over there. When he wants attention, that cat will come up there and jump on me. Want me to love on him, hold him. I don't know, bushcraft. You ever have that problem? Your cat up there and they'll come up and push their head up against your neck like they're hugging you.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll look at him and say, "Are you hungry?" And he'll look at me and he'll jump down and run over on. He wants to be fed on this table in this back room. He don't want it. You put his food on the floor and he's like, "Do I eat on the floor?"
What kind of dog do you have, Chuck?
Well, I got 2 German Shepherds in there, and then I got that black cat. He was supposed to be my Doberman. But
Okay. We're only a 1 shepherd house. And I take the dog with me outside work and I'm tired to the truck.
These two make anybody deliver anything or anybody that knocks over here. It makes them pucker up, I guess, because they let out a bark, and then the other one will bark at the other one. And
I'm going to move the camera to show you what kind of dog I have over here. She's sleeping in the cage. She loves being in the cage.
takes up the whole cage too, almost.
Well, actually, that's the smallest dog we ever had. She's a Carolina dog, Shepherd mix. And that cage was for Miss Heidi. She was like a 100-pound female German Shepherd in a prime that passed away a few years ago.
We had an Australian Shepherd we got for our middle son when he was little. The dog was 3 months old, 2 months old, something like that when we got him. But he got about 7 months old, and me and my wife had almost bet which one would tire the other one out. Because he tried to keep up with the Shepherd, and the Shepherd, Australian Shepherd, and the Australian Shepherd tried to keep up with him, and they'd run each other to death.
Yeah, I think in the summer when I'm running the tractor, I tire to the baler table because it's like a little dog house. Because with the neighbors, if I didn't have her tied, she'd be trying to get the people across the street.
Hey, Ken, are you there?
There's nothing like Shepherd.
Oh yeah, I'm just rolling some cigarettes. And
All
put my
right.
shoes on. Gonna go outside and look at all the lights going on in the mountains. I'm here in Utah.
Chuck, I'm gonna
How's
have
it
to take
going?
off. I gotta get a shower and wash some clothes and do the laundry too. So
Good to see you, Jim. Come back.
Yep, have a great night, Tom.
you too. Hey, good night. Thanks for having me on the show tonight, Chuck. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome anytime. You ever see it up here, just come up.
Well, it's the time difference because I know it's an hour different where you are.
Yeah, it's 10:25 here. What's it, 11:25 there?
11:25. Because I gotta, like I said, I gotta get a shower, do the laundry. The dog will need out again. I probably won't be going to bed till 1 o'clock tonight. Then I'll be up about 8. So.
Hey, Chris.
I'm in
Nice,
over and
man.
out too.
All right, we'll see you later, Cindy.
I'm in over and out
Okay.
too. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Thank
everybody
you
have
for
a
sharing,
Bye.
Cindy.
Right.
Much love.
Everybody have a good night. Take care.
Good night,
God bless.
Jim.
Okay.
So yeah, I found out my mom, a man passed away, and she lost her kidneys a long time ago, and she's going in surgery tomorrow, and she won't be going through dialysis anymore. So some good news.
Very
What
good
they?
news.
Is she
What's
getting
that?
is she getting a transplant or is it something?
Yeah, transplant at UIC.
That's awesome.
Well, I'll keep her in my prayers for sure. That the
I
doctor's
appreciate
hands
that.
are swift and, make no mistakes.
Yeah, I wish I was
So,
there though.
all you can do
So
is
how you
pray.
guys doing?
Surviving it so far.
I'm doing
Driving what?
pretty good.
Yep, doing good.
That's good.
Yep. Yeah, I just wrote her down. Ken,
Everybody's making me want to get a dog.
So what day is surgery? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really grateful, sincerely. She was
We
pretty
gotta let
tough
her
on
know
me.
how she is.
Oh, I definitely will. And usually Streamline or Yard would never let me talk, and now, I don't know. Now it's working.
Yep, there was a reason for it.
'Cause my name, maybe?
No. Maybe because you needed prayer and God said, let him speak.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been wanting to speak for a long time. I have a lot on my mind that I would like to share.
Hi, Becky.
Hey. How'd you know I was in here?
Because I heard you.
I just woke up.
Yeah, I always try and say hi when I know you're there.
Well, thank you. I feel love.
I hope you're all feeling better.
Yeah. I don't know why it's taking so long for these guys to get over this stuff. For like 3 days with me.
So, Bushcraft, how's your garden going?
Not too bad. I only got a couple things planted right now.
What's that?
Strawberry spinach, some cabbage and radishes. Can't put too much out there because it's still getting a frost.
How do you keep birds and stuff out of your strawberries?
Well, it's strawberry spinach.
Oh, okay. I never heard of that.
This is the first time I'm growing it, so I don't know how it's gonna. It's supposed to, the berries when it grows the berries, it's supposed to taste just like strawberry.
Oh wow!
And the spinach tastes like spinach, so I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It wasn't very many seeds in the pack though.
Huh.
Just like his pineapple tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Pineapple tomatoes were real good. I don't know if I'll have room for those this year.
Never heard of it.
So where do you guys all stay at?
Minnesota here.
Well, how's the weather by you?
Snowing.
I'm in Wisconsin. The snow is on its way.
Just keep that snow up there. I don't want no snow down here.
We're in Texas, as you can tell with his name.
Yeah, bushcraft's up in Ohio. How far are you from Cleveland, Bush?
Oh, pretty good ways, thankfully.
Yeah.
You down south?
Yeah, more, well, not too south, but more central.
You know where Lodi is?
Sounds familiar.
PCP is in Massachusetts.
Pretty land down there.
Right?
It used to be anyway.
Yeah, Chillicothe and all that.
Oh yeah, that's down further south. That's the area I do like, though.
Are you by Finley?
No, more like you know where Newcomerstown is?
I've heard of it.
Cambridge.
I know where that is.
Yeah, I'm northeast or northwest from Cambridge.
Vicky was born and raised Avon Lake, Sheffield area.
Right there, 5 minutes away from Lake Erie. And it's weird how they got Avon Lake, Sheffield, and Sheffield Lake.
Her niece moved over into Lorraine, talking about the good part. And I'm like, I didn't know there was a good part to Lorraine.
I was going to say, what part is good?
Yeah.
Hey, Bush, there's a question in chat from Ed for you.
Where is it at?
It seems weird. Wouldn't that mean altering or man-made seeds? Being that
I don't know if it's
strawberry, spinach, etc., etc.
Yeah, I don't know if it. I don't think it's a mixture of both plants. I just think it's another breed of some spinach.
Yeah, strawberry spinach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyatt.
Yeah, great. You can put them in your window for a month or so.
Just like watermelon radishes. It's just another type of radish.
And some of those, aren't those heirloom seeds also? So they're older. They're just people haven't heard of them because they're older type plants.
Yeah. Where I got them from, that's all they sell is the heirlooms.
Yep, that's what I figured too. Hopefully that answered Ed's question.
There's supposed to be 50 seeds in there. I don't think there were 50 seeds in there. But I had already got them like the winter time, so not going to get a refund on that. I like getting the weird names. I've got some a certain kind of amethyst flower that when it turns to seed, you can actually use the seed as rice substitute, or you can dry it out and use it for flour to bake with.
Nice.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's something my son-in-law, he eats in place of rice, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, it's elephant amethyst. I think it's the name of it. It's supposed to get really big and bushy and stuff.
And it's really pretty, actually,
Mm-hmm.
when it's growing. Yeah, because you had mentioned it before, Bushcraft, and I looked it up.
What?
Hey, Ed had a question. Ed D, whatever that is.
Ed D.
Yeah, Grace, for tough skin, they might be kind of like a Roma tomato as far as the skin, but they're good for sauce.
Hey, Vicky, did you get that recipe?
Yeah, I did. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. I just wanted to make sure.
All right, guys, we're gonna hit the hay. Well, it's great talking with y'all.
Good
Alright,
to see you, CP.
Hey, have a
Good
good
night,
one.
everyone.
Catch you later.
Good night.
Yeah, I don't know. I had to mod him. They're still messing with me, stripping mod titles off people.
I just wake up and everybody's going to bed.
Hey, Cheddar Pepper.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna bounce too.
The light
But-
on the graveyard shift order.
Yeah, them Cherokee purples, that's my favorite tomato. Real close. That pineapple, though. Pineapple tomato is real close.
Them Cherokees to me taste like a San Marzano, but it don't have the tough skin like the Roma like a San Marzano does.
Yeah.
I bet they'd make awesome sauce.
I don't know. I'd never get that far.
Yeah.
Just tomato sandwiches.
It'd be kind of weird, I guess. It'd be almost a black sauce.
Yeah, it would be really dark.
You tell
I
what
made
that
salsa
spaghetti.
with the chocolate cherry tomatoes, and it was really dark.
Yeah, I did the purple. I forget what it was. Purple, some kind of purple one, and it was like half purple and half red cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, I think those are the chocolate ones. Because some
No,
of
the chocolate ones are really, really dark.
well, yeah, I had some that were super dark and some that weren't, though.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
10 was here, Jay. She just left a bit ago.
Yeah, she said she get hurry up and get off here before Jay gets up.
What's up, Jay? She did mention she hadn't heard from you, Jay.
Yeah, if you got some big green Roma tomatoes, they make awesome fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, I think I got 5 plants upstairs for the Roma tomatoes.
They hold together real well when you cook them.
Yeah.
I still, every now and then, we go in the store, and if I remember to see it, if I see them cans of San Marzano, I'll buy them and just eat them out of the can. Hey, Hawk. Hawk said, hi.
Mr. Mustard.
Vicky's jumping in chat.
Hey, Biggie.
Well, good night, y'all. I'm probably gonna hit the sack too.
Hey, good
You take care. We'll be thinking about your mom, bud.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nope. You're welcome.
And I'll
Good
let
night,
you know how it
Ken.
goes.
All right,
Okay,
bud.
sounds good. Thanks.
God bless.
Well,
Catch you later.
back anytime, bud.
Cheddar pepper prepper. Hello.
Where's Bonnie?
I'm not sure where Bonnie is. I sent her a link.
She was on Indy's panel.
Yeah, I saw her over there earlier. She called me earlier and asked me if I was going to go on after some prayer, and I said probably, and I went over for a little while. Started it up when I seen that nobody was going on, and or set one up to come on because I seen nobody was going on. I think 101 was going to, and then he put in and he canceled it, didn't he?
Yeah,
I changed the
puppy
date.
issues.
Hope it ain't parvo or something like that, but
Yeah.
somebody told me the paste that we get at Tractor Supply will work for parvo and stuff like that.
I wouldn't doubt it. Still seems to do a lot.
I don't think it'd hurt anything.
Yeah, they said that stuff's safer than baby aspirin.
I don't know.
You're
my one
welcome,
dog, remember when our one dog got sick?
Yeah.
We took it to the vet, $700-800 later, still coming home puking.
Oh, I know. They're so expensive.
I went and got baby Tylenol and treated it just like he was my baby, and he was fine the next day.
He had a buddy of
Water
mine, two of his got parvo last year, and he said he gave him baby aspirin, Pepto-Bismol, and then got them some Ensure shakes, and they had them on that for a few days. He said that then they woke up one morning and they're just spry, ready to go, trying to fight with the other ones because they wanted real food.
Yeah.
Our dogs get baby aspirin quite a bit in the wintertime because of their joints. They're older dogs, so they feel the pain, you know.
Yeah.
So,
It's like, I don't trust doctors with me. Why should I trust them with my dogs?
I like this vet out here. I'd go see him if I was sick before I would a doctor.
that's why I'm lucky to have one in the house.
I don't know, Hawk. That reply seems pretty well rehearsed. Oh, I did have dogs before, Hoot. I just haven't been ready to get
Which
one.
kitty is it? I'm trying to see which kitty's bugging Bush.
Oh, Rugnut.
Oh, okay.
He's gone now.
Good to see you, Chrissy.
Yeah, have a blessed night, Chrissy Cat.
Huh?
Big Deb. Or NC Deb.
What?
Hawk, I've been steadily working on that. I see a plan formulating. Yeah, looks like I'm moving to Oregon, folks. I'm kind of hyped. I've never
Did you
been
say
over
you
the
were
Rockies.
moving to Oregon?
Yes, I am. I've never been over the Rockies. I've been to 37 states, none of them over the Rockies, none of them on the West Coast.
Huh. You say you read them books about the Oregon Trail. You ain't got nothing over there, huh?
I've been, I studied the Oregon Trail. I watched these guys that metal detected. I've been up on the history and stuff, but now I got to learn about all the plants and trees and stuff that they got over there we don't have here. I have a chance to start something great over there. I gotta go.
Does Oregon have those banana slugs, or is that up in Washington?
Ooh, I don't know.
They're cool looking.
As close as they are, probably one could have both. They both could have it probably. Hey, Vaughn.
What's up, Von Eric? Yeah, I've noticed that too, I noticed Idaho has some pretty different rules over there.
Yeah, I've seen the vet over here when he gives the dogs medicine, and I've asked him stuff like he'll give them antibiotics or something instead of a shot. Just give them a pill. I said, that looks just. I said, what is that? And I said, he'll say what it is. And I said, that almost looks identical to the same stuff that the doctor gives. I was a Moxil, and I think it was. He gave one time. He goes, it is. He goes, comes from the same factory, same batch. He said they'll just put it in a capsule, a gel cap, whatever they do, or tablet it.
Yep, that's a fact. There's even some fish antibiotics that are identical to what you would get from a pharmacy for humans.
Yeah,
Some, not all of them, but some.
I pick them up and look at them, and if you can read the numbers off of them or describe them, look on the poison control thing, and it'll tell you exactly what they are. And every one of them I've seen that come out of there is the same.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Auntie.
Auntie Jack. Hello, hello, hello.
Suddenly I feel like my beard might be getting tugged.
We lost somebody.
Am I still here?
Echo. We lost Echo.
You've got the same kind of internet I got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had her up on one of my panels and it kept dropping her, so she just decided the third time around just to stay down and chat. It's kind of a bummer because I really wanted her to stay up, but it is what it is.
Now she's trying to come back and it's saying device is not connected.
Yep. I have to see when Miss Vicky would be able to come on a panel for Women's Wednesday.
That would be something.
I mean, she talks on yours all the time, Chuck. It's no different.
Who's that?
Your wife, Miss Vicky. Yeah, she don't have to.
I'm probably at work when y'all are doing that.
Well, that's what I would try and figure out. When would be, what would be a good day for you? I would work around yours to see if I could get you up. There's a couple of people that I do that for now.
Yeah, well, she's usually off Friday and Saturday, so.
See? I could swap it to a Friday.
Awesome. That'd be cool.
All right.
Right?
I could have to do all this because I don't know how to get up there.
Oh, that would be fine. It's no different than what you're doing right now, except for it's all women. Mm-hmm. So it's much funner. I actually gonna talk to Bear Truth because his wife sits in the background just like Vicky does all the time and talks. I figured I'd get Dixie up there too. Uh-huh.
Yep.
So that's my next goal. Yep, is to get them you two up.
Yeah, you get Bonnie up there, don't you?
Yeah, I had Bonnie my last Women's Wednesday. Yep, she was late. She couldn't connect. Her computer was acting weird.
My internet went down.
I know.
I think everybody's ours at work for the last week has been messing up bad.
It's been doing it here, and I pay for high-speed stuff, but
I think there's a bunch of leftist nerds sitting in their mother's basements hitting switches just to mess with us.
Well, I still think it has to do with the EMCs or what's going on in the atmosphere too.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't even think about that. It's a possibility.
Jay, the link's out there if you want to come up. I don't know if you see it.
Yeah, Agent Jay, I've done it before. Been doing Women's Wednesday for about 4 months, maybe longer. But being you're not female, I don't think.
He identifies as one, a lesbian.
Aw, dang. That's like ER. He told me he was going to put on his eyelashes and come up.
That's scary. His see-through sundress.
Take a choke off of this.
Get him up there in his see-through sundress, huh?
Yep, you know.
What's up, Annie Jack?
You're such a good guy, though.
Wait a minute. Is he waving at me or is he giving me the Vulcan sign?
He's giving you the Vulcan sign.
All right. Peace. Live long and prosper.
Is that the Vulcan sign or is that Nanu Nanu?
Oh,
or it's the horns for Texas Longhorns.
You could never think that man was depressed.
Who?
Wouldn't have paid more.
Oh, Robin Williams. Yeah, usually the most depression, or person with the most depression, they're usually the one trying to make everybody else happy.
I can remember watching one little scene when it came out, when it was prime time in the 70s. And where he did that skit with the egg. And he grabbed the egg and he threw it up in the air. He said, "Fly, little one, be free." And, of course, the egg smashes on the floor. But that just killed me as a kid. I thought that was funnier than anything I'd seen.
I think I only ever saw one Mork and Mindy show when I was at someone else's house because my dad got rid of the TV.
Oh, yeah. Al named his Humvee Shotbot.
Yeah, my dad was interviewed. He was a top mechanic for Skidoo. And they had the Winnipeg 500, which runs from Winnipeg to St. Paul, Minneapolis area. And when they did this interview with my dad, when it aired on TV, they misconstrued everything that he said. They put it in snips and clips and made it out like my dad said something totally different than he said. When we watched the interview on TV, my dad got so mad, he unplugged the TV and threw it right out the door of the house. And he says, "Never again. We're not having one of them evil things in our house ever again."
I can totally relate with that. That's all they do is spin stuff. We've seen so much evidence of that. How long ago was that? That was in the 70s?
Let's see.
So they've been twisting
Yeah,
stories.
it was in the 70s.
They've been twisting stories our whole lives.
Yep.
Lost somebody else.
I got to keep checking to see if it was me every time you say that.
Emma, where you been? I ain't seen you in a while.
I'm still in the same spot. I just haven't had the best internet, and I've been doing this weird thing where I stay up during the daytime and sleep at night. It's totally unlike me, and it's not natural, and I don't like it at all.
I wish I could do that. I miss daytime. Being up anyway.
She still tries to stay up as long as she can, and then she gets overtired and can't go to sleep until like 3 hours before it's time to get up.
Yep, I remember them days.
I remember Gene Simmons saying rock and roll was dead just a few years back.
That's because he's a...
You guys were talking about dads and TVs. My dad, I remember in the 70s saying about, don't sit too close for it. It'll melt your brain. Don't look at that test pattern when he let me stay up late. He goes, that test pattern's brainwashing. And he's like, you better watch what you say in the room with the TV on because they can hear it. If they come in this way, it'll go back out.
I've noticed that when we were young, they told us to get away from the screen. Now we got all our faces right up in one.
Yeah, they give you a 6-inch one and you put it right in your eyes. Here, baby. I draw the line at 5G. Nothing in here supposedly has it.
And these cameras on here are supposedly doing like ultraviolet flash in our face all day long.
Yeah, if you put another phone in front of the phone and turn the camera on, you can look through it and see that camera working. The little sensor blinks on and off when it's active. Let me see. See if it works. It picks the back one up.
My phone, my old phone used to flash like it took pictures.
Let me turn the screen on. See. Only thing I see lighting up is on the back side. See the white square? You want to see what I'm doing?
Okay, now I can see. What the heck you doing?
He looked like Godzilla when he gets on top of that camera. I think he called him all the time that he looks like a miniature Black Panther in the way he struts around here. You know, look at that, but if you hear the damn wolf howl noise, hey, Art, come on up, dude. If you want to hang out a minute, a link's out, or I'll put it out.
Hi,
Wildman.
That'll get him.
You see Art trying to cook on that campfire. He's got them dogs all just eyeing him the whole time.
Yeah, drop
Go ahead
something.
and drop
He's like, yeah, drop that bacon.
Yeah, there you drop it. Go ahead.
Hey, Deb.
Thanks for taking in the orphan, Chuck. I'm lonely. I need company. Hey, everybody.
It was a full line for a while, but you know you come up whatever.
Yeah, my ears were ringing so damn bad. I just got rid of it with vinegar, believe it or not.
Well, that's because we were talking about you the whole time.
Yeah. No, I couldn't think. And I was like, okay, maybe it's a good thing if I partake. So I partake and I put some vinegar in my ears and I'm good now.
You have tinnitus?
Oh my God. I have a freight train in the middle of my head. It's behind my ears. It's not in the ears, it's behind it. And that's why I'm having such trouble getting it.
Try pushing your jaw forward and opening your mouth, then working it side to side.
If there was a camera in my house of what I have tried to do to myself to get rid of this, I think it would probably get millions of views. I have hung my head upside down. I've not beat my head against a wall, although it felt like it. But I can get the top of the ears all good. I just can't get behind the eardrums, and that's where it's coming from, and it makes my neck hurt.
You pull on your earlobes out and down, and
Yep, and I did the tapping on the back of the head. That works for about 3 minutes. But you got to do it for like 5. I've done the palms in the ears. Have you seen that one? You might as well just take one of those suction cups and just freaking put it on your ears. I've done the hold your nose and blow your ears clear. I've done it all.
I've heard tilting your head and using a cigar or cigarette and putting the butt of the cigar up to your ear and letting the smoke get in will help.
Honey, have you heard of candling?
Yeah, that's sort of the kind of thing with cigars.
It works. It works.
Have you tried hot pepper?
I'm kind of scared of putting little, like, I would have to use eat
hot pepper.
Oh, I eat them. I eat cayenne on everything I eat right now. Everything.
I had a friend that had toothache and earache and went into the dentist. She worked with me. She happened to be at the dentist the same day I was there. And she started laughing. I'm like, what is so funny over there? Because I recognized her laugh. And here the dentist was telling her to get up on a chair and jump down on the floor. And he had her do it 3 times before it dislodged something in her sinus that was causing the pain in her tooth and her ear.
Yeah, I got swollen sinuses on a CT scan, but they didn't do anything about it. It's like the forehead part right above your nose. It hurts. It's like somebody's stabbing me.
You got a chair?
A cherry?
No, a chair. You got a chair? Get up on a chair. Jump up and down off a chair 3 times, like you said.
Well,
you do that, or you can
It
jump
just
up
took
and
3 times for her.
maybe I'll break a hip. I could try it, but I've jumped on, like when you get swimmer's ear and you jump, you got something in your ear and you jump on one foot. I've done that a bunch of times. And
we'll probably put a disclaimer out there. Please don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
Peppers in your ears.
And if you get a teeter hang up, make sure all the bolts are in it because you'll hit the floor.
Could you see her going bungee jumping?
Have you ever used an inversion cable?
I had a friend give me one and we set it up on my porch and I literally, my shoulders and my head hit the deck because he didn't tighten the bolt. That was my one and only.
What'll help?
I'm going to tell you that would definitely help you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go stand about 5 feet away from the side of the road. Stand 5 feet away from the side of the road. Jump up and down just to do as high as you can jump and land with your feet straight. At the same time, while you're doing that, just go. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I know. I think I should just I don't know, just hop off my deck, on about a 3-foot drop, and just like go boom on and see if it just rattles shit back to where it belongs.
We don't know why, but there's been a rash of leg injuries across the United States.
People jumping off stuff to fix their head.
To fix their sinuses, man. I actually clean my sinuses out. So, I actually do irrigate my sinuses. So, yeah.
A buddy of mine, we were in the wreck a long time ago, and he had really bad sinus problems, pain, and stuff like Carl or whoever was talking about that. And then years later, it's been a few years ago, we had ice down here, and he slipped falling down the steps and hit his head coming down the steps, and it straightened it all back out.
Oh my God. That's like as my friend was going in for knee surgery May 18th and he was all freaked out and he was like, I don't want to give up the summer and it's a really complicated surgery and all this stuff. I'm getting a new knee and decided to, he had popped his knee in the yard, made this big, huge popping noise. And it was 3 weeks before the surgery. So he cancels the surgery. He gets up the next day and he realizes that he worked for 9 hours and his knee didn't hurt anymore. And he goes, oh my God, they actually took an x-ray, did not even tell me that I had a dislocated knee. And he goes, 2/3 of the pressure is off the knee now. And I said, well, you made a smart decision to stay away. And I said, and God rewarded you for it. I go, what do you think of that?
Yeah, Cheddar Vicky's got bad vertigo. Hey, Frog. She used to just tell me about a friend of hers. I remember her dad used to wear glasses all the time. I guess he slipped and fell and hit his head on the sink. And he went to I don't know if he went to the doctor or what, but he didn't need to wear glasses anymore after that.
He said it because he passed out too for
Whoa. We're all just going to have to pray for freak accidents that take care of our health problems starting now.
I'm just wondering if that's a valid defense. No, sir, I didn't assault him. I threw him down to fix him.
Yeah, exactly. No. A camo. I used to have the guys at work when I was a waitress. They had to turn me around, put how you put your hands on your shoulders? And they had to lift me up and they listened to my spine go crack, 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 crack all the way down. And I'd be like, thank you. But it took I had to coax them. I had to I didn't bribe them, but I was like, please, I don't care. I'm not going to hold you responsible. They're like, we're going to hurt you. And then when they finally started doing it, I even had 280-pound guys walk on my back to straighten it out. And it worked. That's how screwed up my back is. Sure. So those hugs, when a girl asks you to hug her like that, it's because you need to bear hug her, pick her up, and then her spine will all straighten out and decompress. You got
to leave her arms hanging straight down and pick her up.
Yeah, do it to Vicky right now. Do Vicky, go behind her, put her hands on her shoulders and her elbows down, and you just put your arms around her, pick her up quickly, and listen to what happens.
Yeah, it does that. She has me do that a lot. You hear it all just
Yep.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, and for some fun if you want to.
There's at least 50 people on this planet that whenever they'd see me, the first thing they do is go, oh, Carl, and they come over and turn around for me to crack their backs. But what I'd always do is I'd have them grab their elbows. So they're with each hand, they've got their elbow in.
Yeah, but it's tense, isn't it?
With their arms folded in front of them.
Okay.
And from the back side, I grab around their elbows. And that when I'm not
jerking them. I'm not stretching them or squeezing them in any way. When I lift them that way, it uses their own weight to release the pressure on their spine, and it goes all the way up their spine, and it does the whole back. It works on people really well that are used to it. Some people, if they tense up, you got to relax, because the more they tense up, the less you're going to get out of it. But once people learn how to let it go, boy, you get.
Well, yeah, but don't do it with somebody that's got bad. Like, I got 2 rotator cuff problems. That wouldn't be
no.
not advisable for shoulder problems.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, though. I've never heard it done that way. I mean, I've had, people walk on me, and I learned how to do that. I mean, you just slowly go up, and you go from either bottom to top or top to bottom, but you have to have your feet sideways on them, and you have to do it gently but firmly, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't just hop up there. You just kind of slowly go across, but go across horizontally with your feet, and that will crack all of the. And the weight really doesn't matter, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, if you got something overhead for them to hang on, they charge good money for that. They call it shiatsu.
Is that what shiatsu is? Is stepping on your back with their feet?
Yep.
I didn't know that. I thought I was spiritually enlightened, and every day I learned something new. Rubbing a Buddha doesn't help for luck. I know that. I did it in the 90s. I think I've been paying ever since.
Hawk had a woman walk all over him, then he divorced her and married her sister.
Wrong kind of walking. Those boots were made for walking. That's that kind of, yeah.
Yeah, needlepoint stilettos don't feel good, huh?
Yeah, it's time for Carl to sing a song.
Yeah, Al, everything that I did when I was going to get my corrections in my back after I got hurt, everything that was supposed to make me feel better took me 3 days to get back halfway right, and I'd go back and see him again for another one. It was helping Vicky after the wreck. It wasn't helping me.
Was it a chiro or a physical therapist?
It was a chiropractor, but he was also physical therapy, and they did what did work was the laser, the heat, that would work. They put me on this, was it Talzon machine or whatever what do they call that thing they put on you with an electric?
TENS
unit. Yeah, TENS unit.
They had a giant TENS unit, and I had the girl in there, and she turned it all the way up, had it on 95, and Dr. he come in and freaked out. I'm like, no, it feels great. He goes, you got to see your back. He said, it looks like 2 puppies fighting under a sheet.
Wow.
They had like 11 different things on my back, 12, something like that. One in the center of my back, right above my tailbone.
Oh my God, I've never seen, like, they used to put like 4 on me. They put them like where your shoulder blades are, and then down towards like where your hips are. And then they put a heating pack over the top that was huge. I wanted one of these things. It would be the size of your back, like how big you are. That's how big it was. So it was like a blanket. They put on 70s, whatever kind of music you want, and they just leave you in there for like 15, 20 minutes, and you're like, ah. And then they come in and adjust you.
I loved it. Vicky watched him do it and asked her if she wanted. She go, oh, hell no. She goes, you ought to have seen the way it looked. But it didn't feel bad to me. It felt like
you were waking your nerves up for the first time in a long time.
It felt like a cat was walking on my back, but how light it felt. But they said it wasn't like that when they looked at it. They were just drawing up.
2 cats under a blanket, you said, or 2 cats under a sheet?
Yeah, 2 puppies under a sheet. Said my back was jerking and popping up and muscles. They had it all the way from the base of my skull to my tailbone. Then they had, I want to say it was 10 running off each side of my spine going up.
That is rough, man. That's a rough chiropractor. I have never heard anything to that length, the great length. Holy crap.
He asked me how I wanted it. I told the girl how to set it up. He said, go ahead and do all at once. It's supposed to be separated neck and back. And I had him do it all at once.
Give it all to me, he says. Oh, no.
Just do it and do it now, huh?
Yep.
And when I got done, I felt great. And then he's like, you want to go in there and lay on that machine? They had this one machine you lay on. It looked like a conveyor belt, but it had these little things that
I love that one.
pop up all over, and that stuff felt to me like somebody's beating the hell out of me with a baseball bat.
It stretches you out. Is that the stretcher machine?
Hey, Chuck, I want to thank you for having me up. I got to drop. Hubby wants to talk to me before he goes to bed. So y'all have a blessed night.
Tell him I said,
And
hey, much love, and thanks for coming and hanging out.
Sure. You guys have a good night.
Be good or be good at it.
Bye.
Bye.
Night.
And then there was 4.
The 4 Musketeers.
It's still kind of early.
Carl.
Yeah, it's what, 11:10 here, 12:10 for y'all.
Would Wyatt say?
It's only early to you.
We are the bats. We are the night owls.
11:11 here.
The wolves ain't run yet.
Oh yeah, 12:11 here.
I'm messing with Carl.
Yeah, all of y'all are an hour ahead of me.
No, I'm Central Time too.
You are? Oh.
Yep.
But you're way up there, but still central, huh?
Yep.
My mechanic friend thought he was doing me a favor by setting my time thing when he worked on the car. If he would have left it alone, it'd be the right damn time.
Yeah, who it was by me. Him. I told the nurse to set it up on me that way, and then I told her to keep cranking it because I had 2 of the TENS units at home, and I'd put them all over me what I could reach, and I'd run 2 of them doing all that wonky stuff, and it made it feel better. But they're like, it doesn't make sense. But I said, as soon as you crank it up and get to a certain point, my back pops all over the place, and it just seems like everything loosens up. Then I was fine for a while, and then he'd do the corrections and twisting me and pulling and all that, and then I'd swear I got hit by a car.
Well, that's the thing is you're only supposed to feel a little, you're supposed to take it easy that night. You're supposed to feel a little stiffness the next day, but it's not supposed to take you 3 damn days to get over it. That's not right. That's too much.
Hey, Chuck, maybe you did. Maybe it was just like a little Chevette or something you didn't notice.
Yeah. I used to ask Vicky, did I do something wrong? You beat the shit out of me in my sleep.
Supposed to drink a lot of water after that too because it releases a lot of toxins.
That's probably my point. Back then I drank Dr. Pepper, and that was it.
That's it? No water?
No.
Oh, damn. Not even in coffee?
I didn't drink coffee either. I drink sweet tea every now and then. It was both just Dr. Pepper, and they're like, why don't you drink any water? I said, because fish grew in it.
You're better with tea.
Yep, I don't drink any of that soda now.
I have to at least accredit part of my life to coffee. I don't know if I'd even be here without coffee.
I drink the shit out of soda.
I'm trying to determine if I need it or don't right now.
I'm down
Right.
to a
Well, even
cup and
if
a
I
half
quit
in the morning.
tomorrow, still there's been decades of me relying on coffee.
I think so too, and I think I get a headache because I tried 2 days and then I just didn't feel right, and I'm thinking, no, you have to have at least 1 cup a day, you know?
That seems more doable than no coffee.
I know it was pretty weird. It was a ritual, a routine, and I was like, let's see if you can do without it, you know, if it makes a difference. But no, it was a headache.
Hey, you miss. I didn't see if you were in here or not.
Miss might be.
You've been lurking.
You could
People
try
sneak in,
switching to
Elaine.
tea
I
if
didn't
you're
see
trying to
Elaine.
get rid of coffee.
And this is a drag. I can either see the comments or I can see the panel. So I got to choose between the two. And if I go watch the panel, then I miss the chat.
That's what I got. I got a thing, and usually I boot myself right out when I try to get to it. But sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. It's weird.
Yeah, I've learned to be pretty careful with that myself.
Turn everybody off.
Wow, this is a messed up meme. It's how to pretend to be indoctrinated enough to fit in with the mainstream society.
No. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Welcome to the Republic. Hear that, Republic?
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's so me. You hear what it said?
I heard Vicky.
Here, I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna save that.
Anyway, so the FU toilet paper guy, or I mean paper towel guy, the art was how far do you need to roll it for that to come out, you know? Oh, perfect.
About time, Bonnie. What the heck?
Perfect. She came in late tonight. That's it. She's grounded.
Yeah, I sent you a link, girl, about 2.5 hours ago, 3 hours ago.
Hope everything's okay.
I was going through pennies. I didn't know that you had sent a link.
Going through pennies.
Yeah, I was looking for wheat pennies, and then now there's a 1999 misstamp penny that is worth thousands of dollars. So I was looking.
I heard about that.
1999 pennies.
Yep. Is it like a double stamp on one of the nines?
Yeah, it's a double stamp.
Yeah.
The lettering. In God We Trust, it's got like little hooks on the end of the letters. There's 2 or 3 different ones. All your change anymore. The newer stuff, they got more flaws than the old stuff.
It's actually a misstamp on the back side that you can barely see along the left side of the penny.
Oh, okay. Because this one was an actual 9.
You gotta watch for that. There's a quarter out there, one of those back quarters. I think it's New Mexico state quarter with the bats on it. There's a weird stamp on one of those. It's worth. I saw one sell for $19,000.
Yeah, there's also a penny out there that's dime overstamped, and that's worth quite a bit.
Yeah, you ever see a double stamp, something weird on a coin? You need to look that up.
I forget his name. Let me look on here, and I'll tell you what the guy's name is. He does all kinds of money stuff, and I watch him. I haven't started looking.
There's even rare mint marks and stuff that'll make a coin valuable. You just gotta know what the mint letter is on the coin and which one to look for it on.
Camo.
Yeah.
Do you like Molly Hatchet?
Are you kidding?
I just had to ask. I didn't know.
I met him in the 70s. Oh, the Peacemaker, Bounty Hunter, all that good stuff.
All right, because train, get me on out of this town.
Train.
Oh, she's got to go.
Yep. I was hoping you'd sing it. I'll do the guitar.
I'll do the call.
There's another good song they do called Dreams I'll Never See.
Oh, that is just a heart, like, that just gets to your heart.
Yeah, she says she'll do the guitar. Now, when you do the air guitar, we never get to know if you're messing up because we can't see ya.
It's a voice guitar. I actually do. A bone chicka wow wow.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
You can do voice guitar.
She said brown chicken, brown cow. I heard.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want any brown cow.
Or any kind of choking of chickens or anything.
This is getting really, really off track.
No, after midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out, I guess.
Hey, D.
Boom, chicka, wow, wow.
There she goes.
Wow. What's up, people? What are you doing?
Chiming in.
What
I was
are you
in Junction earlier today.
Was you talking shit, Vicky?
No.
Shit about California, Vicky. You were, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
I would have been right there with you. Fuck California.
The land's great. The people are fucked up.
She's being held against her will, don't you know?
I mean, the land is great. The people were great. They all
Just-
ran away.
Just pick it up and take it somewhere else, right, Dee? That's the way I feel. I could just pick it up and take it somewhere else.
Instead of them running them out of town, they put them in office.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Bonnie. How are you, love?
Hey, Bonnie.
Trying to keep my internet on.
You got
Hi,
a new
Bonnie.
router and it sucks. Just saying.
Do what?
You got a new router and it sucks. Just saying.
I know. I need to call them and tell them.
Piece of shit you got there, that router.
Didn't make things better. I think what
No,
they're
it's
doing,
been worse.
they're trying to get the fiber optic in here, and so they're
Yeah.
probably making it like, see, this isn't any good unless you have fiber optic, and
Oh. Hi,
You know.
Chad. Good to see you all.
Hey,
Good
hey.
to see you all. Grace Johnson. Chuck was the hero for Friday night. Chuck, woo, woo.
Yeah, nobody else was on, and I.
Nobody else was on.
The last topic was chiropractic adventures from Chuck.
Oh, yeah. I heard that. I've never been to one. My
No.
mom's had a lot of back problems. I used to crack her back for her.
Massages?
Do it.
Anybody had massages? I never have.
I have.
My
but
husband had-
It was a chiropractor's office that actually did the deep tissue and muscle massage too.
Nice.
But they did the same thing that Chuck did too. So with the TENS units and stuff. So I got the full treatment. It was awesome. They got me so I could turn my head again because my neck was locked.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't like the physical part. I liked the heat, the laser, and I liked the tins, but I didn't like none of the rest of it.
I don't blame you when you're getting, like, the zap part might have, like, really damaged you without you knowing it, until the next day.
It freaked him out, but it always made me feel better. The next day, hell, I'd jump out of damn bed because of
So you had it done multiple times. You went back for more at 95%?
Yeah, and he come in the last time and caught it. Yeah, I thought he was going to fire the poor girl. I kept telling him to turn it up.
Hey, Hawk wants to know, does a hooker count as a masseuse? Yes.
No. Well, yeah, you do pay her. You pay her. You pay her. Yes, you pay her, but she
Yes, she
doesn't.
counts.
Yep.
Of course she counts. Everybody counts.
That's deep massage.
That's happy endings. That's what he's talking about.
Oh,
the nurses up there loved when we came in because we made the chiropractor laugh all the time.
Oh,
Well, welcome to shit shooting late night, D.
I know. Hawk, what are you doing? Get
We're
out.
just shit shooting, like I told you. That's the best kind of stream. Whatever happens, whatever flows.
That's why I put Friday Night Live. Say something.
Friday Night Live. Say something. Well, I could say a lot of things. I mean,
Here you go. Here's question for
About what?
question for D. Question for D.
No bad shot.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how was your day today?
10 being the best. Oh, we're so far from a 10 day, but I mean, we're,
Be honest.
was not beat Hawaii, so it wasn't a 10 day. It was a good day. I had a good day. It was like an 8. It was the 8 day.
Good.
I had a day.
You had a what?
A
He
day.
had a day.
You had an odd day.
Yeah.
A day. Yeah. Good night, Kim.
Why?
Good night, Kim.
Good night, Kim.
Have a great day.
Bonnie's always like 10, or at least acting like it. I'm kidding.
Oh.
What?
What? She woke up. Hello.
You know how you get some good and sometimes you get something really good out of a movie. I got this one thing. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, The Story of Us, with Bruce Willis and
Yep.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Well, ever since I seen that movie, which I really loved that movie, by the way.
Sounds like a chick flick.
It was a great chick flick. Shut up.
Yeah. Camo.
Okay.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
Bruce Willis was in it, so come on, that was for you guys. That was
Yeah.
And he did this thing with his family all the time, high-low. Tell me about your high, tell me about your low. And I did that with my kids. We did that a lot. We would, at the dinner table. And that was a cool thing, too. Then you kind of get off your best part of your day and the shittiest part of your day. Sometimes people want to dwell on that shitty part a little too much, but it teaches them how not to, right? Like, declare it and move on. Like, yeah, that's over now. You know what I mean? Like, that was a good thing. In TV, in the house, I saw I got a text from you. I didn't read it. What does she say?
I read it wrong.
She's in your backstage. Tin is in the backstage. I'll be right back. I gotta go step away for a second.
I read it wrong that I did 40 something years ago
Sorry about that, Tin.
today.
You took a library book back?
What?
Hi, Tim.
You take a library book back?
No. It was something very shameful.
Oh, what'd you do, Vicky? You feel better though?
Some of that when she was a kid.
Oh. She forgave. She just forgave. Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
She borrowed money out of a donation box at church when she was a kid. She got admitted to it and all that and felt bad, but today she had me going to pull over because they had a yard sale at the church, and she went in and bought a bunch of baked goods and then donated. This little boy had a tip jar where she stuck all of her change and dollar bills that she had in this tip jar.
Better than I did after I stole money out of the church's candle thing.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't give a shit. I was a terrible kid. I was a rotten kid.
Somebody had been trying to do with a crowbar or whatever. And me and my sister, we were like 5 and 6 years old. And our arms stayed up there just perfect. Because we were so small.
Here's a video for y'all real quick. Maybe you get a kick out of this. Maybe y'all have seen it. I don't know. Make it bigger. Watch this old guy with a skillet.
Saw a crocodile in front of his house. Now anyone in this town can try to retrieve in fear. The brave man walked towards the crocodile with a frying pan in hand, and the crocodile comes forward to attack. The crocodile twice with the frying pan, and the crocodile immediately ran away from him. This man living in Australia saw a crocodile in front of his house. Now anyone in the situation would try to retreat in fear, but the brave man walked towards the crocodile with a frying pan in hand. When the crocodile comes forward to attack, he hit the crocodile twice with the frying pan, and the crocodile immediately...
Ding, ding.
Real crocodile hunter.
That's giving no fucks, ain't it?
Guarantee if I lived down there near you, I'd have some alligator upholstery.
Oh, yeah. Alligator shoes, alligator purses, alligator everything.
Yeah, I'd have been like, yeah, that's a lot of groceries running away.
Groceries.
Yeah, alligator tail's awesome.
Yeah, but you ain't going to chew on that skin, though, Chuck.
Who was it? I think it was John telling me it's the jaw you want.
No, the tail.
Well, people hang them on their walls and crap, I think.
No, I mean, he's talking about the best meat or something was in the jaw.
Oh, dang.
All of my favorites are tail. But
That's got to be tough as shit running along the all that time.
that's all they are, is a ball of muscle. That's why usually because the jaws are the strongest thing, kind of like a pit bull, and the tail gets the least amount of use. It's more of a shrimpy-like sort of meat.
That's exactly what I thought of. It was like a shrimp texture. I had it twice, and neither times it was very good. I ate it, but I think they screwed it up. I've heard people say how good it is. I believe it was the cooks who made the stuff that screwed it up.
It'd probably be good smoke, Carl.
Never had the loin. I don't think. I might have had it because I used to eat it in alligator sauce pecan all the time. I don't know what they put in it when they made it. I've never made it. I've made it with shrimp, but I've never made it with alligator. So.
That's where I had it at, Al. And I think both times I had it with the tail.
Chuck,
Maybe
there's
John
a
Doe was
question
just
for
screwing
you
me.
in the private chat. There's a question for you in the private.
Oh,
Hey, did you guys hear the
you ready to put one up? I'm ready to get off. So
Well, that we don't want to overstep you, Chuck, because you're a buddy, you're a brother. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah. I've been on 2 hours and 30 minutes. I just jumped in where nobody else was.
You going
I
live, Tim?
completely forgot.
Well-
that Tim's been going live late. I completely forgot.
It's not late. It's not late yet.
Wait, I
I
came
just-
up here looking for a massage. What happened?
Actually, it was chiropractor, and then that just was another question for conversation.
Jumping off of roofs for tinnitus and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, Hawk was wondering, if there's a certain kind that counts.
Okay, I just got the message from Agent J. He said set it up, give him a few minutes. He needed to scratch his balls. Yeah.
Oh.
He literally sent me that text.
Taco balls. He's got
Chuck said
taco
he-
balls. Tell him to get rid of the taco Jocko balls.
Well,
Chuck
then he sent two tacos too.
Jocko balls. They're Jocko. It must be a new disease. It's called
You
Jocko
got to
balls.
rinse that taco seasoning off his hands before he scratches himself. That's what's getting him.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that scene where Cheech Marin is in the straitjacket in the loony bin?
Yeah.
And his balls
Let's give Agent J a little word of advice before you use your preparation H. Wash the hot sauce off your hands.
Isn't there a song, My Brother Al?
You
Al.
can call me Al.
Every woman wants something
Paul
different.
Simon, you can call me Al.
How many things have y'all heard me ask for?
not much?
Not much. No, Bonnie
I tell you, I worked at Vlasic. And when we did hot peppers, you wouldn't believe the young guys that came out of the bathroom with tears in their eyes.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
Mommy.
Oh, yeah. That's the telltale sign, ain't it?
All I'm going to say is if you're that stupid, you need to learn that lesson.
Yeah. In a factory? Come on.
So you guys, I think I'm gonna pop off here and I'll see you guys maybe in like 15 or 20 minutes here.
Okay, gonna drop the link.
Okay.
In here so we
All right,
can-
everybody drop her link and I'll close up here.
Is that cool with everybody? Do you guys want me to go live? I mean,
Yeah,
I always got
some
crazy stuff to show you, so.
Oh no, I'm mad as hell. Can't you tell? I'm pissed off. I'm just
Yeah, me
totally.
too. We're boycotting it. That's
I
it.
didn't know Chuck was on. I didn't even know you were on. Didn't
We're
realize
such a
you were on.
mean bunch here, Tin.
I
Yeah.
was driving though, and I was trying to get into Indy's show. She has a Friday night chat too going, which is cool. So yeah, Tin, we'll come over. Be nice if you could get the link to us
Uh-oh.
before it closes.
My
But
daughter's
if
in
not, we can drop it in this comment. I can
No
drop it.
pressure. No pressure, Tim. No pressure.
Are you talking
No
about
pressure,
the
but you better
StreamYard?
do it now. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
You don't get to get out of it now.
Please, I know. I meant no pressure for her to get the link up. We all
I'm
know
just trying to
we're
be
subbed.
funny, okay?
Yeah.
Which
Friday
link
night,
though?
I get-
Oh no! She comes over here and she wants to do her live, and so we got to quit. So now there is pressure. You got to get over there and get it gone. Come on, get it.
20 minutes. 20 minutes, I
Chuck
guess.
knows me better than
Yeah,
that.
I know. I know.
Yeah, Chuck knows me way better than
We
that.
got
If
each
he
other's backs. We're all just
decided he
looking
wanted
out for
to
each
keep
other.
going, we would
Yeah.
keep going because that's what we're here to support each other.
Oh, there's the ball.
Ken, when are you going to learn that I'm just messing with you?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah, Tin's being cool about it. I'm the same way with her. I told her that she goes, "No, you go live if you want to." And I said, "No, if you're on, I'm not gonna mess.
I don't go live if Tin or Bonnie or Chuck is. That's about it. I don't care about much anybody.
I don't
else.
go on if anybody's on. I know. I try to
Yeah.
be that way.
Yeah, I don't know that many people, but
Or
And I
two.
think it ended
You know, you
before
guys-
10. but
you're all my
So
favorite.
it's set up, and I'm gonna jump off, and I'll see you guys here in
Okay,
about
drop the link in here.
15 minutes.
Looking forward to it, 10.
Okay, love you
Okay,
guys.
see you there.
And
See
the
you
party goes on. The beat goes on.
See you there, chat.
They will come.
And the beat goes on. Good night, all you fine people. Face red.
Good night, Food Owl.
Yeah, I clicked that link and it says, oops, YouTube's not working.
Well, it's time to go. Do, 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 do.
Yes.
Chuck, did you say it wasn't working?
Yeah, I just clicked one link and it didn't work.
Grace
This
Johnson
one,
got one down. Grace Johnson got one down. Grace
Yeah,
Johnson.
one of hers I clicked and did work. The next one did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. There's two. Yep. Mm-hmm,
Second link from Grace.
Here, I'm dropping it. I picked it up. There's one that works.
There you go. Get it from Chuck. Get it from. I recognize a lot of you from 101 got shadow banned or something. No one can see me in there. Well, we see you here, Bob.
Oh,
Good to have you here. Come join us over at Tins, honey.
yeah.
That sucks to get shadow banned, right? That sucks. There's so, it really is so lame, isn't it? It's like it's not.
Here
like
you go. Here's one that works right now, straight to her show. Copy.
Good
Pin
night,
it out
Ed.
there.
Sweet dreams. Magic.
Night, Eddie.
Magic. We can do
Amber,
Is that another link?
yeah, that's one directly to her show. Fix it. Come on in 8 minutes.
Oh my God, I gotta learn. I hope I'm kick. I'm gonna kick myself here.
I'm not touching nothing till I get out of here. Then I'll go find.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
scared.
not moving. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh,
Is that
run.
show started yet?
Can't touch this.
Can't touch it. Can't touch it.
Camo, bring out your hammer pants and get up there and start doing the show.
I'm just gonna say I am not wearing those pants.
You ain't got no camo hammer pants?
I've got camo pants. They ain't nothing like those things. Those were like parachute genie pants or something.
Are you talking about Ashley again?
I never had any of them. I
Women
didn't
like
know.
wearing a monthly.
I have flannel camo pants. They're the best. The carpenter camos with flannel. Oh yeah.
No.
No,
Yes.
it was
And
either
if you live in
bell bottoms or big belt.
no, I
I
meant
got
for living in New
pajamas.
York to go outside in New York when it's snowing up to your ass.
Hey,
I
Bob.
had pajamas one year for Christmas that were MC Hammer type pants.
Oh yeah. That's
How
funny.
good to see you.
Well, I probably should feed my horses before Tin's show. Carlo, what's up? Connie, Carlo, we're going to Tin's in a minute. Chuck is just pacifying us now at this point.
Johnny?
Good brother. Letting us all hang out together at the clubhouse.
Any G.I. Joes have camo hammer pants on.
You should be Chuck Psycho Cabin. Come on into the cabin. You never know what you'll get.
Oh, yeah. We could really go with that theme, the train.
That's catchy.
It's like what's a train cabin? Come on into the station.
He doesn't need that. He needs a chuck wagon.
Truck wagon, train station, psycho, loony bin.
Anything is welcome. Just behave.
We don't have to. That's what's great.
That crazy train. Literally.
Have you heard Vicky? She doesn't behave. She doesn't.
No, you know what I mean. It's all in fun.
Again, trying to be funny here. Okay. Guess I'm missing tonight. I'm really off.
I still
Gotta
love
catch up. Gotta catch up to us. I don't know how, but you can.
I still
Wake up.
love this.
We caught you off guard.
Fuck 'em.
Love that. Love it.
Chuck and his little collages.
I personally approve the decision to seek a search warrant in this matter.
Yucky.
God, that just made the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
I think I threw up in my mouth a little.
Me too. I left it at fuck 'em, you know? All right, I got to get out of here. Thanks for having this Friday night, Chuck. It was cool.
Look at that. You gave Dee the willies too.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Here, everybody's going over here. I'll
Not
drop
over there. Look over here. Not over there. I'm kidding.
Oh, that red flag up there.
Oh no, she sounds like the government.
Yeah.
Don't
All
trust.
I know is I zigzagged all over the damn internet today.
I just
Good night,
started zigging.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for showing. Tim's going to be on here in a couple minutes. I'm going to drop the
Night.
Good night, everybody.